Welcome to today's professional development lesson on Tagxedo. Tagxedo is a Web 2.0 site that allows users to create various shapes using words, much like this image that you see on the screen of the Dalmatian, where the words are actually creating the image. This is a relatively simple process, but it can be used across the curriculum. Now, let's begin the process of you creating your own Tagxedo image. The first step when creating your Tagxedo image is to create your list of words. I would recommend opening up a Word document to do this so that you can create your list of words and you can actually go back and edit your list if necessary. And also, if you don't have enough time to complete the project in one sitting, you have the ability to go back to your saved document and continue from there. Now, your list of words that you choose to create can be about anything. As you see here, I have a list of words that are vocabulary for the game of football. However, your list of words can be anything that you want them to be. You could use a list of words to describe elements of a particular story that you're reading in class. You can use vocabulary for a unit in social studies or science or any subject really. You can also find words that describe a noun or words that are related to a specific concept that you're trying to teach. Any words that you want to be emphasized as you're looking at the image, as the word Dalmatians was in this particular image. See how the word Dalmatian is larger, breed, dog. Anything that you want to be emphasized in that way would need to be typed more than one time. If you're using this application with students, I would recommend giving them a set number of words to accomplish. On average, 20 to 30 words is good. Obviously, for a younger group of students, you would want to minimize that, perhaps 5 to 10 words, depending on the age of the student. Older students, you can set a goal of 50 words, even if you'd like. The more words that the student has in the end, the more clear the image will actually appear once they've put it into the program. Once you have your list of words, there's a couple things you want to do to make sure that they go correctly into the program. First, you want to make sure that each word is on its own line. You also want to make sure that any words that are a combination of two words, like American football, have a hash mark in between them with no spaces. Otherwise, these will be put in as two separate words. Once you have your list and you've gotten everything on there that you want to have on there, be sure that you save your list. And then we're on to the next step. Now that you have your words the way they need to be to go into the program, I want you to minimize your word list. Don't shut it down. Once it's minimized, you're going to open up an internet browser page. Once you have your internet open, I want you to go to the URL address and type in tagxedo.com. That's Tagxedo.com. When Tagxedo opens, you're going to want to go to the option that says Create. So I'm going to go here to Create, and I'm going to click Create. This will open up the canvas that you will be using to create your word art. The very first step that you need to complete is to actually load your own words in here. So you're going to click the Load button. You're going to go back down to your Word document. You're going to highlight all of your words, and then I'm going to Control-C to copy them. Once I have them all copied, I'm going to go into the Enter text box, and I'm going to paste them. But I'm not going to just paste them one time. I want to paste them approximately 5 times. If you're working with a younger group of students that only created maybe a list of 10 words, you may want to have them paste 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And then I'm going to click Submit. As you can see, it's working through to respin this image with my new words. I'm going to click my X mark now, it's done. Exit out of that, and you can see that the image on the screen is now using my words. Now that we have our words in the Tagxedo program, we need to actually set some boundaries for our words. So you're going to go down to Word Layout Options and click on that. Once you've done that, you have several word layout options, and feel free to go through here and play with some of these different options. But for right now, the ones you absolutely need to change, you need to click on the word Word, and you need to choose Remove Common Words, No, and Combine Identical Words, No. This way it allows us to use all of the words that we put in multiple times without combining them. So again, we're utilizing our words for a more clear image. Once you've done that, you're going to go to Accept. Once you see that respin completely fill through, you know that you're done. And you can click the X. Now what you should notice is there's a lot more words in this image. But this isn't the image that I want to represent football. So now I need to chop. Now it's time to change your shape. The shape that is automatically on here is not one that fits with my theme of football. So I'm going to click on the arrow next to the word shape. Then you have a whole series of images that you can use. These are the ones that come automatically preloaded on your program. So as you shift through these and look around, you may find one that fits with exactly what you're looking for. If you do, you can simply choose that image and then move forward from there. I'm going to show you an example of how one of these would fill out. Once again, it doesn't really fit my theme, but just so you can see, I'm going to click here. It's respinning the words. Once it's done, I can exit out. And there's my image. This is an image of a soccer ball, however, and I would like an image of a football, but there isn't one preloaded. Well, that's great. Right now, this program is in beta, so you can actually add an image for free. So you click Add Image, and it lets you go into your photographs that you have currently. Well, the only problem with this is that it has to be pretty specific. You can't have a super detailed image. If you have an image that's too detailed, it won't find all of the parts that it needs. For example, if I choose this image, this is going to be a very difficult image to fill in, and I'll show you why. As I begin to respin it, it's going to require a lot of words to fill in this image to make it look like anything, as you can clearly see. You need something very simple. Consider when you're choosing your images something along this line. It needs to be very simplified, black and white. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to open up a Google Images page, and let's find an image of a football that would work. The next step is to open up a new tab. Once you've opened up that new tab, you can go onto your Google page, and the next step from here is going to be to type in the word of whatever it is you're looking for. In my particular case, I am looking for a football. I'm going to go here to my images, and again, remember, the simpler it is, the better. This appears to be a very simple picture of a football. So let's see how this would work out. Save this image. Once you have your image saved and labeled as you want it, you're going to be able to locate it when you go back to your Tagxedo. So now that I'm in Tagxedo, I'm going to go again to my shape arrow. I'm going to go to Add Image. I'm going to look for my image of the football. Now, I think that's going to be a much simpler image, so I'm going to accept that. It's respinning, and hopefully when it comes out respun, it looks like a football, and it does, which is fantastic. So my next move is to choose colors that I want to represent my image. I don't particularly think that blue is going to be a color to represent football, so I have choices. I can go here to theme and click the arrow and choose my own theme. The color that's surrounding the box is the color that your background will be. So in this case, the background will be brown, and the words would be green, brown, pink, and white. So you can go through until you find an image that fits well with what you want. If you're struggling to decide, or you just want to kind of look, you can click the Respin Theme button, and it will go through them one at a time for you and show you what each one of them would look like. Once you've found one that you like, that you feel fits with your image, you can keep it there. You can click the color respin to change the color of the individual words, but it will keep with your theme. Next, you have the same option for font. You can again choose specific font, or if you're not sure what font you might want, you can click the Respin Font button, and it will give you one font at a time to take a look at. Again, once you've found a font that you find works for your image, you can leave it there. Next is orientation. You can have your words moving straight up and down, straight side to side, to horizontal, vertical. You can have a random array, which is what I have currently, or you can see what each one would look like individually by respinning. So I'm going to respin them. This is obviously your horizontal. This one is a mixture of the two. The next one that comes through should be, same one again. So as you go through again, choose the one that fits best for you, and the one that you like the best, and the one that you feel like represents your image in a way that's the easiest to see. So I'm going to stick with this one for now. The next choice is layout. By clicking to respin your layout, you change the layout of the actual words so that they are in different positions. And this can sometimes add detail, like here, you can see it added a little bit of detail to the threading of the football. Once you have your image exactly the way you want it, it's time to save it. We can do that by clicking Save Share. I would recommend that you use the 16 megapixel JPEG image and save it from there. You can call it whatever you'd like. I'm going to call mine Football Tag Vito and save it. Once it has saved on to your computer and your location, it can be used for any number of things. It can be used to decorate your classroom walls. It can be used as a folder front for your student folders. It can actually even be used to visit the Tag Vito store. If you choose to visit the Tag Vito store, you can actually use your image on artwork for t-shirts, for mugs, for all sorts of things. So this site has a variety of options for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this lesson on Tag Vito. I encourage you to use this program throughout the week. Try to find a way to use it in your social studies lesson. Try to find a way to use it in your science lesson. Perhaps you can even have your kids summarize the story they've been reading using a set of words for the setting, the characters, etc., and have them create their own Tag Vitos as well. I think you'll find that the more you use this program, not only will it get easier for you, but you can find amazing new creative ways to use it. Thanks again for listening.